Okay, I have no idea what I'm doing. You go in there. No, you don't come down. No, you don't come down. I thought I had it framed. Maybe not. Anyway, let's go with what we got, because that's what we got. Somehow I think I'm so clever, and I'm trying to get you to understand just how clever I am. I don't even have the materials here available. Oh, Pete, oh, Pete, oh, Pete. What do we got? We got this stuff. We got this stuff. I don't have the stuff that I made it out of. But somehow I think I'm going to make a video of stuff. So I started making the video because I thought, wow, Pete, this is fascinating. Everybody wants to know about your solar lights that are broken. So I got these solar lights. They're really kind of cool. There's a collector at top, and there's a light, and you know, it's cheap Chinese, but you know, it's no judgments, Pete, no judgments. Anyway, so these things do break because they're not really, they're meant to be shipped, and so everything comes apart, and they can come in a neat little bundle, and you put it together, right? So it's really kind of it's a well-made product. Unfortunately, these things break if you trip over them or you find yourself whatever. They're kind of fragile and they will break. And I've developed this technique to basically fix things like this. It does many other things, but this is one application that's finite and hopefully fairly understandable. So I took, this is a silage wrap. I actually don't have a sample of that handy. It's similar to this. This is called pallet wrap. I think it's linear low density polyethylene. You've seen it around. They use it to wrap pallets. So there's lots of it around. There's also this stuff, which is, I think, LDPE as well. And it's basically what they use. This was for cat food, probably 9 liter 5.5. Yeah. So yeah, so this is other wrap that goes around a can, a carton of something. Not quite sure what. I have material. I can't always remember where it all comes from. This was, I'll get into it. So this was a bag of avocados. I don't know if you could see on the inside, but it was those mesh bags. There's a little bit of the mesh still on it, but this is just the plastic that came around it. Insert bag picture here. Okay, so we have this. I wrapped it around a piece of, this was took a tuna can, or a cat food can, metal can, and made a ring, rolled it up, and so you can unwrap it. Insert picture of ring. Thank you very much. Okay, so with that, I wrapped layers of that, took a piece of copper wire and just kept it kind of tight, and I had a can, poured hot sand into the can. The sand sort of fused all those layers together. Tell you what, I want to do it again. I'll do a different plastic. I'll do these two. Let's see if I can get this done today. Today. So really, I should just find something else to take its place, but since I'm really lazy, I'm just going to take this and kind of just shove it in there. Right, so there we go. You see, it's kind of wobbly, but it gets the job done. Get her done. This is the get her done part of the try to pay attention. Be focused, Pete. Be focused. Be mindful. Mindfulness goes a long way. Oh, let's take this off so we don't messes that up. What's in frame? Anything in frame? This is where we kind of just speed it up, right? Speed it up, extract the audio, and then just speed it up. Right, we go like this. could probably do it with more precision. I could also throw in a little bit of other material here, but I'm just gonna give you the lowdown, easy puff method. Out of the way. Okay. So we go like that. Where is it? 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 Here it is. Okay, so start here. Alright. And you're basically just making a little rapidy wrap. Close it. And then you go backity back. And let's do it with the light. With the light. This might be just a little too much, but whatever. I'll use my good rubber band on this. These rubber bands. Let's just use a good rubber band. I only got 3 rubber bands. I need them for my. What do you need them for? Oh, you had that wrap. Where's that little twist tie, Pete? You just had that twist tie. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, where's that twist tie? You know, that's what happens. You throw out the twist ties and then boom, you need one. You need one. Where is that twist tie? Oh, don't use a good rubber band, Pete. And this will give you a good idea of what happens when you do it like this. My frame, 19 frame, who knows, who knows. Okay, make a little bow. No, that's not good. Okay, but whatever, that'll hold. That'll hold for now. Will it? Who knows? Okay, we'll put that there. That's what this was for. That's what the sticky was for, Pete. Yep, yep, yep. That's what the sticky was for. That's all you need. Okay. Obviously, there's an issue. Okay. We'll do another one just to show you how fun these things are. Right? Let's see. We use this stuff here. If I had a sticker. So, I don't know. Again, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just sort of winging it. Just sort of winging it. I found that there's not been a lot of research done on using plastic film waste. So I'm kind of on the forefront of this as far as I know. As far as I know. So this is just to, should you just do it right, Pete? Why don't you just do it right? You know, just do a little bit at a time. Don't be so like in a rush. You know, you have this thing where you just want to rush and get it done. And there's a wonderful energy, but there's also an incredible amount of waste and pillage. Okay, so this I think is probably just one individual piece of wrap. So it comes on these rolls, right? You've seen them, they're like this big or sometimes this big, but basically, and it goes woo, 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 and it unspools, spools, spools, spools. But that is a solid roll of this long chain polymer. And how beautiful is this long chain? I mean, just look at it. Okay, maybe you don't see it, but I find beauty in this. To each his own. So here we have these wonderful long chain polymers that someone has spun into this wonderful, wonderful shape, and it kept your palette of stuff as a palette of stuff. Nothing fell off, nothing disappeared, and it arrived, your beautiful stuff, in its palletized form, right? And there's something to be said for that. Before, the boxes would fall all over, they would get wet, they would all sorts of stuff. This sort of creates a bag over all this stuff. This is just one of the many materials that are available for the Plasticrete process. So basically you just keep wrapping, and you got lots of this stuff, so you just go, right? And as you can see, I'm not really keen on consistency. Yes. So you could just do the joint, which is what I was planning on doing, but then you can do the whole thing if you want. I'm just going to do the joint because I don't know if you want to do the whole thing and show the folks back home what happens when you just take that extra effort. Right? And you're basically just putting this polymer on her. Right? Nothing really crazy. Just taking this material and rolling. Right? So what can you do with this? This is one of the many applications of fusing plastic film waste with hot sand. Okay, the beat goes on, and the beat goes on. And this is an internal look. Just want to make sure. There's no lip. Now we go back around. Right? Now if you had just a tiny little bit of tape left, I wouldn't need to fuss around. Okay, so these are our two. We're gonna heat up some sand, and hopefully we get something similar to this, right? And what we've got here is a fairly strong bond. I mean, how strong? We do just, I mean, you can see it's got a little bit of flex, right? So it's not a oh yeah, so now it's sort of starting to break. So I can wrap this again, so watch this, kids. You see how that's, I didn't get enough sand there, or I got it too hot. Watch this, even though that's still wet and dirty, even though it's still wet and dirty, let's see, should we start on this side? No, it's still wet and dirty. So this is what we're starting with, right? Kind of wet and dirty, and that pulled away there. And you can see I just rounded off the tip, even though it was. See. I make it look easy, don't I? That's right. That's right.
Pete.